Okay, so we're going to do something really fun, really simple, and make some fire starters. So you need some really basic stuff. So this is dryer lint out of my dryer, okay? So I've got dryer lint, I've got a paper towel roll. You can use a toilet paper roll. So in fact, I think I'm gonna cut this so I can just do an example here. I've got a cutting board that I'm not worried about getting messed up. I've got some candles right here, and I've got just a lighter. Okay, so let us rip this thing in half. Okay, and what we're gonna do is shove in a small amount, and I'm gonna kind of do this in layers. So there's no science to this. So I'm shoving in right there, and that's what it looks like on the bottom, okay? Now, the idea is take my candle here, all right, so this is the joys of doing a live video. It's not live, but one take, so we'll see how this works. So I'm not gonna light the candle end, I'm gonna light the back end, and I'm gonna drip all this wax right inside here, and hopefully we don't catch the house on fire. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of get this going, and it's dripping wax. I think I need a better lighter here. And we haven't caught anything on fire yet, so that's a good sign. And burnt myself. Okay, so I remember how I did this last time, so I wised up. So I went and took 4 of these candles right here, and I put them into this metal cup that I'm not worried about getting burnt up or whatever. I left the wicks inside there, right? So, because I don't care. In fact, it's probably better to have them in there. So I'm at my first layer. You can see it's starting to harden up a little bit. We're gonna pour just a teeny bit right here without burning ourselves. Okay. Okay, we're making a big old mess on the coffee table. That's awesome. Hopefully my wife doesn't come home and say anything about that. We'll clean it up before she gets home. Okay, so we got that pretty well good. We'll probably add more as we go. So I'm gonna pour some more wax in here and try to do it without spilling. Okay, now we're gonna take more of my dryer lint and pack it in, and we're just gonna kind of layer it up, layering it up. Try to pack it in pretty good. Okay, now more dryer lint, and you can see the process here without burning myself on the hot wax. Okay. Kind of a fun project you can do with your kids. Just don't give them the lighter or the hot wax, or let them touch this or touch this. Actually, horrible idea. Don't do this with your kids. Oh yeah, I'm packing it in real good. Okay, I don't want to touch it, I'm just going to let it dry. It's kind of soaking into the cardboard, it's soaking into the dryer lint and whatnot. It's coming out the bottom a little bit, totally okay, totally normal. We're going to flip this over, pack it in, the base of this thing. And then the fun part is we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna cut it, and then we're gonna light it so you can kind of get an idea, and then we'll test to see how long it actually burns for, which is a fun test. And I think you might be surprised. or we're gonna have epic failure and it's all just gonna go up quick. I don't know, we're gonna find out, but I think it's gonna be good. Okay. So I wanna flip this thing over. Is this hot to the touch? Oh yeah, smoking hot to the touch. Don't touch it. Okay, wax is all done. I'm just gonna let this sit. We'll scrape off the dried wax, a little bit on the coffee table, we'll scrape that off, no problem. Emergency candles, what do these go for? 10 bucks? I don't know. I found them in my garage actually, so pretty straightforward. Dryer lint, oh, that's free. Paper towel holder, that's free, right? You were gonna throw it away anyways. And really basic supplies. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this dry, we're gonna turn it over, and we're gonna saw it into chunks. I don't know, 1 inch pucks, and then we're golden. And then we're golden. Let's see, can I touch it? Flip it? Yeah, it's wicked hot. Oh, we lost one. Putting it back on. So just let it completely dry, guys. That's my recommendation. So we're gonna let this completely dry, and then we'll circle back around to you and let you know what we got going on. Okay, so it's been 2, 3, 4 hours, and this thing is now hard as a rock. So off camera, I was just kind of playing with it. I took my lighter and I kind of pressed down on it right here and kind of packed it a little bit once it got almost solidified hard. And there you go. So rock hard, can't squish it. Okay, so that's cool. So what, coffee time, right? All right, which makes these videos fun when we're jacked on coffee. Okay, so we've got our saw right here. Let's see if this will work. We might need to get a Sawzall out, I don't know. This is a wood saw, so we'll see how it does. And cutting wax and whatnot. So these teeth might just jack it up. I have no idea what's gonna happen, so, okay. So let's see if this saw right here is gonna actually do the trick. So the idea is we wanna cut it into, you know, I don't know, 1/2 inch pucks, something like this. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, tearing a little bit. Not a big deal. Okay, so solid. Here's the inside. Solid. Okay, so we'll get a few of these cut without cutting our fingers off. Okay. And there we go. So this is our puck. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside, we're gonna set up the tripod, we're gonna light it on fire, and then we're gonna see how long it'll actually burn for. So my guess is gonna be 20 minutes or so. So I think what I'll do is I'll light it and then we'll put it on a time lapse and we'll see how long it'll actually burn for. So we'll come back at you guys. So what's the verdict? So the verdict is 23 minutes. So that time lapse was set for 30-minute time lapse. I stopped it at 7 minutes left. Anyways, you saw it, it was burning great. Lots of flames, actually putting off heat. The first few seconds I had to pull the camera back, you saw, I adjusted it because it was just getting too warm. So really cheap little thing to do. Start accumulating those toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. Start accumulating dryer lint and get a big pile of it and get some wax candles. Do your thing, be safe. Always do it under adult supervision and hopefully that'll save the day. Now the idea is to take those, put them in a Ziploc bag, maybe put 1 or 2 in a Ziploc bag. They don't weigh a whole lot. Throw it in the bottom of your pack. It's nice when you're dealing with some wet wood or situation where you're having a hard time getting that fire going. Get a lighter, you're good to go. So hopefully you got something out of this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good day.